Hello, I am Kennedy Lawrence, and these are my developed answers for the questions I had in week 10. The first question I had was, how has the U.S. public school system been changed over time? This was interesting to look at, and I kind of focused more on the different aspects of what's been changed, not necessarily specific changes in policy or requirements for classes and what's being taught. I think it's just interesting to see that the materials being taught has been something that changed, especially if we have an idea from what Jefferson had kind of had idea for what was to be taught in each level, and to see what it's become now rather than it being these certain things in certain age groups, and then that higher level being much more relaxed and free and more flexibility in what students take and what they are taught, to being, I think, almost much more rugged now. There's not as much flexibility in what students take, especially in higher education. I mean, in college you have more flexibility, but there's still those requirements. Another thing is technology, the influence that has made on how the public school system has changed. It's definitely affected the way that people teach and the way that people learn, but also it has affected what has to be taught and what we have to address it, as well as the role it takes in learning. And then I think we see the issues that have arisen of overcrowding and lack of funding, which are difficult things that need to be addressed and fixed. My next question was, how are we able to build on the school foundation and help make necessary changes? I think this is something that we have to start on in our specific classroom. We have to make those necessary and appropriate changes that we are able to in our classroom and fight for those ones that maybe aren't okay but need to happen. And then we're able to grow from there. I think it's important that in making changes and helping to improve the system, we have to involve the students and we have to involve parents, because it's all great and good if it's a good idea, but if it doesn't really work or students or parents aren't on board with it, it's not really going to truly be effective, and it's not going to be a lasting change. And then I think using technology in an effective way is something that will help us to be able to make changes to the school system. Technology can be a great distraction, but it also can be a very, very beneficial thing for us. My last question was, what are more changes that could be made to the school system to make it even more effective? Sydney in the discussion gave me the advice of engaging students right from the beginning, because originally school wasn't that entertainment that it seems like students want today in school. And so engaging them from the beginning helps make it more than just a lecture or learning. It makes it something real for them. And then teaching the required material as well as the subjects and skills that will allow students to become better citizens. And that's something that I got from the Jefferson reading. I think it's important that we're not only helping them to prepare for their future, but be effective and productive citizens. And then I think teaching students how to critically think and make decisions is important to help them be the best citizens that they can be. Thank you for watching.